my dear 9th standard children. Hope you all fine at home. Stay home, stay safe. I'm happy to see you in this video session of Term 2, Unit 21, Nutrition and Health. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the classification of nutrition, importance of balanced diet, deficient disorders of vitamins and minerals, various methods of food preservation and food adulterants. So let's move on to this video session.
Hello children, today we are going to see nutrition and health. Nutrition is very important in everyday's life. Wealth is health. So food is a basic necessity of life. We all need food which should contain essential nutrition that provides energy to keep a normal growth and development or repair the wound and tissues to protect from the disease. So food is also contains the microorganism in major source of illness in a form of infections or poisoning. So food safety is very important in these days. Adulteration of foodstuff is commonly practiced in India. Food is contaminated or adulterated from the protection to consume for the financial gain. So we should take care of our health and consume good food and healthy food. Classes of nutrients. There are 6 major groups: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Carbohydrates. So these carbohydrates are composed with carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It is a very essential nutrition which provides energy to our body. Glucose, fructose, lactose, sucrose, starch and cellulose are some of the example of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are classified into glucose, sucrose and cellulose. So classification is based on number of sugar molecules present in this each group. The next major group is protein. It's essential nutrition building the blocks of a body. So it is a major group, okay. So essential for the growth and repair the blood cells as well as the tissues. So proteins are always made up of amino acids. So these amino acids cannot be biogenised by the body, must be obtained from the diet. So the 9 essential amino acids are phenylalanine, valine, threonine, tryptophan, methionine, leucine, isoleucine and lysine, histine. These are the 9 essential amino acids. The next one is fats. It's a diet provides energy. They maintain all structures and involved in the metabolic functions. So essential fatty acids cannot synthesize in our body and provide through diet. Essential fatty acid requires a human nutrition are omega fatty acid. In fish, there are a lots of omega fatty acid. The next one is vitamins. It's a vital nutrition required in a minute quantity to perform a specific psychological and biochemical function. So vitamins are very important to our body. Minerals are inorganic substance which required essential nutrition by the organism to perform a biological function which is necessary for the life. So they are the constitution of a teeth, bone, tissues, blood, muscle and nerve cells. Macrominerals required the human bodies are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium and magnesium. Microminerals are required to the human body are called as trace elements, which are sulfur, iron, chlorine, cobalt, copper, zinc, manganese, molybdenum, iodine and selenium. Dr. Funk. So he is introduced to vitamins. The term vitamin was introduced by him, and vitamin A was given the first letter of alphabet as it was the first vitamin discovered. Protein, energy, malnutrition. PEM. Absence of certain nutrition in our daily diet over a long period of time leads to deficiency disease. This condition is referred as a malnutrition. So, we will have a deficiency of protein, and energy leads to two severe conditions like kwashiorkor and mamras. Kwashiorkor, it is a condition of severe protein deficiency. So, it will affect the children of 1 to 5 years. So, a diet is mainly contribution of potassium which lacks in proteins. And mammaris, it first affects infants below the age of 1 year when the diet is poor in carbohydrates, fat as well as protein. Here we will have a dietary source of major foodstuff. You can look at the picture: carbohydrates, protein, fat. Dietary sources are in the carbohydrates are in honey, sugarcane, fruits, whole grain, starchy vegetables as well as rice. So daily we should take at 150 to 200 grams. And next, protein: legumes, pulses, nuts, soya bean, green leaf vegetable, fish, poultry products, egg, milk and dairy products that you should take 400 grams. Fats: egg yolk, saturated oil, meat that you should take 35 grams. Here comes another table of vitamin dietary source, deficiency disorders and symptoms. We will have vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Vitamin A will have in carrot, papaya and some of the leafy vegetables, fish liver oil, egg yolk, liver and dairy products. So, deficiency disorders means you will get night blindness. The symptom is dryness of cornea, unable to see the light in a dim light or a scaly skin. Vitamin D: egg, liver, dairy products, fish synthesized by the skin in sunlight. Deficiency disorders is rickets, which affects only the children, and symptoms is bow legs, defective ribs, development of pigeon chest. And vitamin E: whole wheat, meat, vegetable oil, milk. Deficiency disorders are sterility in rats, reproductive abnormalities, that is sterility symptoms. Vitamin K: leafy vegetables, soya bean, milk. Blood clotting is prevented, that is excess of bleeding due to delayed blood clotting. So this is the symptoms of vitamin K. Next, water soluble vitamins. We will have vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, vitamin B6, vitamin B12 and vitamin C. So here vitamin B1, the sources are in whole grain, yeast, eggs, liver, sprouted pulses, and deficiency disorders are in beriberi. Symptoms is degenerative changes in nerves, muscles become weak and paralysis. Vitamin B2: milk, egg, liver, green vegetables, whole grains. And the deficiency disorders is araboflazonesis, irritation of eyes, dry skin, inflammation of lips, figures in corona of a mouth. Vitamin B3: milk, egg, liver, lean meat, groundnuts, bran. Deficiency disorders is pellagra, and symptoms is inflammation of skin, loss of memory, diarrhea. vitamin B6, meat, fish, eggs, germs of grains, cereals, rice polishings. Deficiency disorders is dermatitis, scaly skin and nervous disorders. Vitamin B12, milk, meat, liver, pulses, cereals, fishes. The deficiency disorders is anemia, decrease in a red blood cell protection, generation of the spinal cord. Vitamin C, leafy vegetable, sprouts, citrus fruits like gooseberry, lemon, orange. The deficiency disorder is scurvy and symptom is swollen and bleeding gums, delay in healing wounds, teeth and bone malformed. So these are the water soluble vitamins. In the next table, you will have mineral dietary source function and deficiency disorders. You will have calcium, sodium, potassium. This is macronutrition, and micronutrients are iron and iodine. You will have sources, functions and deficiency disorders. If you intake these qualities, that is calcium, sodium, potassium, you will attain the deficiency disorders. The sources are in, the calcium sources are in dairy product, beans, cabbage, eggs, fish. Sodium is in common salt and potassiums are in banana, sweet potato, nuts, whole grain and citrus fruit. In micronutrition, the iron, Spanish, dates, green broccoli, whole cereals, nut, fish, liver. Iodine is in milk, seafood and iodinized salt. So you'll have a deficiency disorders also. View this table, children. Food hygiene. The poor personal hygiene may also occurs a microorganism causes food spoilage. So food hygienic is very important. The sign of spoilage of food is appearance, color, texture, odor as well as taste. So there are the two factors which are responsible of the spoilage of food. One is internal factor, another one is external factor. In internal factors, which include the enzymatic activities, moisture content of the food. External factors, which include the adulterant in food, contaminated utensils, equipment, unhygienic cooking area and lack of storage facilities. Food preservation is a process to preventing the food from the spoilage or decay by storing the condition of fit for a future use. There are some preserved food too. It increases the shelf life of food, retain the color, texture, flavor and nutritive value, increase food supply, decrease the wastage of food. Here comes a method of food preservation. We have so many methods to prevent the food: drying, smoking, radiation, cold storage, freezing, pasteurization and canning. Drying, it's a preservation of food, removing the water molecules in it. If you contains a water molecule, the food will get spoiled. So some drying foods are example I am giving now: milk powder and cheese powder. Okay, and then smoking. Food products like meat, fish exposed to smoke, a dry action of the smoke tends to preserve the food. And irradiation, that is the food radiation is a process exposing the food to the optimum level and ironing the radiation like X-rays, gamma rays or UV rays to kill the harmful bacteria, pests to preserve the freshness. Cold storage that we used to do, isn't it? So we are storing the food in a colder storage like milk products which contains in a lower temperature. Why we are keeping it is in a cold storage? Because in a low temperature the biological and chemical reaction it's be preserved and it will prevent in the spoilage. Freezing, it's another one more method. food preservation will take place in freezing because it will be stored below 0 degrees Celsius. So in this, microorganism cannot grow, chemical reaction will be reduced. And pasteurization, it's a process which a heat treatment for the liquid products, for example milk and beverages. This process is involved the boiling of milk at 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes and sudden cooling to destroy the microbes present in the milk. Last one is canning. This method to preserve the food for most vegetable, fruits, meat, dairy products and fruit juices and some ready to eat fruits. It's stored in clean, steamed, airtight container under pressure. Then it will be sealed. You can see this many chips packets. Okay, this is a method of canning. Banana. You can see this banana which best stored in a room temperature only. Okay, when we kept in the refrigerator, the enzyme responsible for ripening becomes inactive. In addition, the enzymes responsible for browning and cell damage becomes more active hereby, causing the skin color like yellow or brown in color. It becomes a dark yellow or brown in color. So keep your banana in a room temperature. Food can be preserved by adding a natural as well as a synthetic preservation. In natural preservation, we will have addition of salt, addition of sugar and addition of oil. In this, many times in your home also we can able to see this addition of salt, dry fishes, meat, gooseberry, lemons and all, mangoes and all, they used to do like pickles. Before that they will be adding a addition of salt. In addition of sugar, so honey and sugar will be a good preservation to increase the lifestyle of the fruits like jams, jelly, squash, like that. And addition of oil. In this addition of oil in the pickles should prevent the contact with the air with the food, as well as a microorganism cannot grow and spoil the foods. That's why we are adding the oil. Synthetic preservations are like sodium benzoate, citric acid, vinegar, sodium metabisulfates and sodium bisulfates are added to the food products like sauce, jam, jellies and ready to eat foods. So this preservation delay the microbial growth and keep the food safe for a long duration. So in October 16th is a World Food Day to be emphasizes on food safety to avoid food wastage. Food adulteration. It's a adulteration or a subtraction of any substance in the form of food. So in a day-to-day life we are crossing so many food adulteration in our life. Some of the common adulteration foods are milk, milk products, cereals, pulses, coffee powder, tea powder, turmeric powder, saffron, non-alcoholic beverages, spices, edible oil, meat and poultry products, etc. So, the food adulterant can be classified into three categories: natural adulterant, incidental or unintentionally added adulterant, and the third one, intentionally added adulterant. So, natural adulterant are some organic compounds which are naturally present in the food. Okay, it won't be get poisonous or any toxic substance like that. Some examples are poisonous mushrooms will be there and fish oil will be poisonous, environmental contamination will be there. It will be natural adulterant. Okay, second one is unintentionally added adulterant, and this is the pesticide residues, dropping of rodents, insects and microbial contamination due to a presence of pathogens like E. coli, Salmonella in fruits. Incidentally added adulterant. It is a very dangerous. It will be causes our health also. This adulterant is used for financial gain and have a serious impact in our health issues. Additives and preservation like vinegar, citric acids and food colors, food synthetic and artificial sweeteners which affects our health. Chemicals like calcium carbonate, to used for ripen the bananas as well as mangoes. Non-certified food colors like metallic lead is used to give the green colors to used in a green vegetables to look it will be very fresh. Edible synthetic wax, it is used in pears and then apples. You can able to see the apple which is coated into the wax which gives a very shiny appearances. Definitely health will affects in the adulterated food. This consumption of adulterated food which leads to a health effects like fever, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, gastrointestinal disorder, asthma, allergy, neurological disorders, skin allergy, immune suppression, kidney, liver failure, colon cancer and even birth defects also it can affect. So take care of your health, avoid this adulterated foods. And then food quality control. Government is ensures the food safety is very important to the consumers. In 1954, the government enshrined the law of Preservation of Food Adulteration Act, Prevention of Food of Adulteration Rule in 1955 to ensure the pure and wholesome foods in the consumer to protect the fraud trade practices. So, minimum standard quality for the food, strict hygienic condition for its sales are clearly outlined in this act. This act is to help the people. The slogan, from farm to plate, make food safe. This is a slogan was raised on World Health Day which will be celebrated in 7th April to promote and improve the food safety. It started in 2015. The last topic is Food Quality Control Agency. Here comes so many qualities agencies: ISI, AGMAR, FPO and FSI. It's an Indian standard institution certified for the switches, wires, water heater, electric motors and kitchen appliances. AGMAR sealed will be for the products like cereals, essential oil, pulses, honey, butter. And FPO, food process order, which is used for the products like juices, jam, sauce, canned fruits and vegetable, pickles. Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. It will be responsible for the protecting and promoting the public health through regulation and supervision of the food safety.